Hello and welcome to Codish, an exploration of the lives of modern developers. Join us as we dive into topics like languages and frameworks, data and event-driven architectures, artificial intelligence, and individual and team productivity. Tailored to developers and engineering leaders, this episode is part of our Deeply Technical series.
Hello, and welcome to Codish. My name is Julián Duque, Principal Developer Advocate at Heroku, and your host for the Codish podcast. And today with me I have Robbie Birbeck. You are like a VP of Digital Enterprise Technology
You got it
Department
right.
at
very
Salesforce.
Good. Perfect.
Right?
Yeah,
I got it right. I'm trying to
doing a really good job.
to do like the proper titles correctly.
Yeah.
So Robbie, tell me a little bit more about yourself, what you do at Salesforce.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's
Of
really
course,
fun to
of
be
course.
here. Heroku is one of my favorite topics.
That's
I've been a
amazing.
customer, an internal customer for a really long time. So my teams, we provide internal technology solutions across different lines of business within Salesforce. Most of the things that we are building are for Salesforce employees like yourself.
Nice.
Right? So the technology shows up inside of our Slack applications, inside of some of the web portals that we build. But really our main goal is to try and help you get back to work, right? To remove some of the friction that comes with different policies and processes and just make it as smooth and as easy to really focus on your real job, not on some of the other stuff that's going on.
Amazing. So how much of AI is part of what you do and your team is building for Salesforce internally?
150%.
150, okay.
Yeah, I think it's basically everything we're doing just now is related to AI in some way. We've seen a huge amount of uptake in Agentforce across the different lines of business that we support. We're delivering agents for employees, we're delivering agents for back-end experiences, we're integrating not just agents, but AI into a lot of the other business processes that we're responsible for as well. So yeah, it's everywhere all the time.
Awesome. What are like some of those agents that you can talk about like that?
Yeah.
Like an employee like me are using today and I don't know it's coming from your team.
Yeah, so if you go into Slack today, you can click in the top right-hand corner and there'll be a little drop-down of some of the agents that are available. And if you click on the employee agent, that's something that my team builds. And
Nice.
that allows...
I get messages like
Yeah,
very
so
often about that one.
yeah, it's
Okay.
great. It's really fun. So you can go in there and you can ask it questions about like normal stuff, like IT information, like how do I get a new laptop, or I dropped my phone, like you need to get it fixed. You can go there and you can get information about HR policy information, or how to book a meeting in conference room, or if there was an issue in an office, you can report that. So it's like normal kind of employee stuff there. But we've also started to extend the Agentforce platform now to integrate with third parties.
Okay.
So when you go to the employee agent, you can ask it and you can say, hey, what meetings did I have last week with, so-and-so, your friend? And like, what happened during that meeting? If it was recorded, we have access to all of the transcript information, and we'll start to deliver that back to you within the employee agent context, which is really cool because it's not just a one and done situation there. You can ask it follow-up questions too. So we've now started to also take all the Gemini notes that are transcribed during our Google Meet conferences.
Okay.
And you don't get this yet because you're not on our beta, but we can add you.
Please, I wanna take a look at
We'll deliver those directly into the agent in Slack as a push notification. And then you can ask it follow-up questions. And because it's integrated with Slack, you can take the action items that came up during the call, you can add it to your own reminders or your own list that you're managing there. So
Amazing. And these are pretty much like a whole solution at a scale because it is an internal product that like 70, 80,000 or more people are using.
Yep.
So let's get a little bit more technical. So how these solutions looks like at the scale on the back end. So what are like the different pieces of technology you are using to build these solutions?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for our Agentforce, our agents that we're building those primarily on Agentforce. So like it's a lot of Salesforce development technology. There's a lot of prompt tuning that goes into making the agent work. But at a certain point, there's a jumping off point to where we have to go and extend Agentforce with some custom capabilities that we're working on. And so that's where Heroku has been really important to us. We also use Data 360, formerly known as Data Cloud. That's where we aggregate a lot of our content. And so we're using the out-of-the-box retrievers and the RAG solution that provides for us. In the past, before that solution existed, we were actually using PG Vector on Heroku for our RAG solution. We've been able to move away from some of that just now, and you rely more on Data 360 to provide that functionality. But when we need to build custom business logic that's integrated with a third party, like some of those Google services I was just describing, Heroku's been a fantastic option for that for us. It allows us to scale up to 75,000 employees like very easily. It's funny you ask that question because I don't really ever worry about it. Like, we don't think about those problems very much. It's just we kind of take it for granted that we can turn on auto scaling and it's going to take care of it for us.
I think that's the magic behind of what we do at Heroku.
Yeah.
And with our recent launches like AppLink, that it's making now the job of integrating Heroku and Salesforce easily.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans, or are you relying on AppLink right now? What's your take on that?
So we're really excited about AppLink. Ever since I kind of heard you guys talking about it a year or so ago, I was like, yes, this is going to solve real problems for us. We are looking at how do we bring it into our production environment right now. One of my principal developers is really excited about it. He's working on it probably as we speak. And I think we'll have solutions in place with AppLink in production by the end of the year, I would imagine. So much of what we've done in the past is kind of stitching Salesforce platform and Heroku together, through custom mechanisms that we've built, and we can get it to work. It was a little bit of work to make it happen, but AppLink is going to be really, really powerful for us, we think. It will reduce, again, just some of that friction, some of that burden, and allow us to extend the platform on, scalable open technologies without having to think about it.
That's amazing that you're able to stitch up all of these different technologies to build a full solution that is being used every day by this amount of employees here at Salesforce. So far in all of these implementations, like all of these moving pieces that you have, what's your biggest challenge, like in terms of like the architecture and the implementation?
I think it always comes down to data. Data is probably the biggest challenge that we consistently have, whether it's like having access to the data that we need in secure ways, like all of the access controls around the data. That's probably consistently the thing that sort of slows us down the most, I would say.
Well, I have like Data 360 to help solve of those data issues. Robbie, it has been amazing. Thank you very much for everything you and your team do for us at Salesforce, and where you putting all of these moving pieces together, this technology to be able to make our lives easier. And as you mentioned initially, get us back to work, focus on the important things so we don't need to worry about the rest.
We try our best. Thank you to everybody at Heroku. You make our life so much easier as well. We've been using all of the services for many, many years, and I hope we continue to do that for a long time to come.
Definitely we will. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to keep talking to you and see what your team may continue building.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Codish podcast. Codish is produced by Heroku, the easiest way to deploy, manage, and scale your applications in the cloud. If you'd like to learn more about Codish or any of Heroku's podcasts, please visit heroku.com/podcasts.